Hey, welcome to PaidToday Page Builder series. We're going to take a look at the UI, the user interface for the page builder, funnel builder, landing page, whatever you guys want to build. We're just going to go over the basics here on what all these buttons here on the top do, how to get to different spots and navigate around in this thing. First thing we're going to do is start with the views. And the first view that we have is our desktop view here. You can see there's three different sizes. This is the desktop view. We have a tablet view and a mobile view. So anything that you change in the mobile view will stay for the mobile view. So maybe this text is a little bit big for the mobile view. I can go ahead and reduce that. And the next thing we have over here is the grid view. We can turn this on or off. As you can see, these little lines here, these little dotted line, that's just showing our different grid. Currently there's only just this header in there, so there is no layout, but you can turn that on or off just depending if you want to see it or not. This is a preview inside of the app, so we can also turn this on. It does basically the same thing as turning the grid off. You can see what it looks like, and then you can go ahead and disable that again by clicking on the canceled eye button here on the top left. And then we also have a full screen view, which is if you want to see what it looks like full screen, you can do that as well. And if you want to get out of it, just hit escape on your keyboard. And then the next thing over we have is a export view, and this will allow us to open up, it'll show us all of our HTML and our CSS on the right. So we can go ahead and copy this out, and it's all nice and separated for us if we're going to use this in another instance somewhere else. You go ahead and close that. We also have an undo button. Now this is very handy. If you end up doing something you don't want to do, if I make 2 or 3 of these and I'm like, oops, that's one too many, I can go back, and then I can also go back again. So it'll register as long as you save. If you keep saving and you don't navigate away, if you leave this URL or exit out of the builder for some reason, just be aware that you will lose that chain of changes, and then you will no longer be able to use the back button. Pretty standard with anything, if you've used computers, that's pretty standard. We also have a redo button. If you are in the same instance, you can also go, whoops, I need that back. I went back one too many, so now you can put redo and you can get them back. The import button, we can also import code. You can open this up, you can paste in your CSS here or your HTML above it. And we can also make changes in here if you wanted. So if I'm going to get rid of that changes text, and then I'll click import, and we can see that it is now gone from that line. This is the clear canvas button, the next one over. It's a trash can. I highly recommend being careful when you use this. This will wipe the entire page. If you go ahead and click that and you do wipe it, you can see we're back to the beginning. Now, as long as you don't change, if you go whoopsies, I didn't want to do that, you can make sure you can hit the undo button and you'll get it back. Then you can go ahead and click save again, save your work. This is the save button here. It's a floppy disk. It's the next one over. And anytime you're doing changes or you get, you make some progress, go ahead and click that button. It only takes a second. Just keep your updates saved. You never know if you navigate away or you accidentally close the browser window. You don't want to lose that stuff that you've done. The next one over we have is a globe. This is going to be our preview, so we can kind of see right now we've got 4 of these. I just saved. This will take us to the live preview URL. So if I go ahead and click this, it's going to open up a new tab. It's going to take us to our URL that we set and the path for this page. And then we can see that we have our stuff here. Now the first one line is hidden behind my navigation bar because I have a sticky nav bar on top, so it's hiding it, but it is there. So we can go back over to our editor tab here, and then we can see we also have the exit button. So once you're all done and you've made all the changes that you wanted to do, make sure that you're saved up, and then you can leave by using the exit button right here. For advanced users, we also allow full editing of the export of the code. So we can go ahead and open up the export editor, and it's this keyboard looking thing here, and it's going to ask us, are you sure? Make sure that you're saved before you enter into this, so you don't lose anything that you've done. And then from in here you will see we have a full VS style code editor, so things that you can do in VS Code you can also do in here. So we can go ahead and right click, format document, and then you can see it's all nice and laid out for us. So you can highlight and control D, and you can see that anything that you do, if you're familiar with using VS Code and writing code in there, you can do it, but we give you full access to everything on your page. And so then what we can do is we'll just hit save, and then we'll go back to the advanced editor, click the advanced edit button here on the top left, and then we're back. Here's the page settings. The next one over, it's this 3 cogs. These are the settings for the actual page, the path that you set for it, your what they call OG graph data, which is the image, the title, and the description. When you share a link via over your PaidToday, or you send it to somebody, you know how you get that preview image and then the text and the title and stuff. You can do all that, those kinds of things here. You also set you might have a different template navbar footer wrapper for this page. If it's a landing page, you might not want to have any navigation on the top navbar, so you'll use a different one. Maybe it's just your logo and then the buy now or sign up now. So you can also set that per page. So you're not limited to only one that wraps all of your pages, so you can do some really kind of squeeze pages and things like that that will drive sales and grow your business that way. The next thing over is this brush. And this is the element settings. Now if I go ahead and click, there's nothing shown right now because I don't have anything selected. If I go ahead and click on one of these, we can start to see, and I'm on the element settings here, we can see that we have a bunch of different stuff here to choose from. This is all of the settings for this element itself that we can modify, change, whatever we want to do. We also have this will be like dimensions here. We can add padding and things like that. We'll get into that on another episode, but the next one over here is just the component settings, and here we can do things that are more bootstrap oriented, that are class related. So if I want a text center, you'll see that it put the class on it. This framework uses bootstrap, so anything that there's like bootstrap cheat sheets out there that you can kind of look up and see. You can add these classes to stuff. So you click the plus and go text dash right, enter, and you can see that it moves the text over. So if you're familiar with any of those things, you can do that there. We'll also make it easy by just giving you a couple options, and you can see that it updates. You can change the text color. These colors are also based on the default colors of the Bootstrap framework, and so you can go ahead and research that stuff and look up that, make it easy. And then over here on the right we have the blocks. This is where all of the default components are. You'll find hundreds of blocks that are ready to go, pre-made, that you can use in here. You just drag them in and then you just start editing. Just anything that you want to do there, that they're already laid out properly, sections, containers, and then we have our rows and columns. And you can see there's just a ton of them in here. Footers, forms. We also have forms that I've created. So these are custom forms that inside of your PaidToday, when you create a custom form, anytime you save it, it'll appear here, and you can drag these in wherever you want to put them, and they'll just they'll work. And so we can see there's my form. I built that. Any updates I make to that form in the custom form builder will automatically update on my websites anywhere that I've used them, so I don't have to I don't have to go back and go, oh man, I used them on a ton of pages, now I got to go update all those. They'll automatically update. And same goes for your booking appointments. So any appointment configurations that you create, they'll show up here, and they're just drag them in as a block, and you'll see them that they work here. And so now you have your booking forms. You can use these on any page, landing page, sales funnel, whatever. And same goes with like our products. We have our products here. We can also drag those in. So you get the idea on that. Now that we have some stuff in here, we can take a look at the hierarchy, and that's what's here on the left. You see here, everything's inside of the body of the website, and then as I click in, so let's say I click on this header here, text, we can see that opened up. So it goes all the way down. So it's our section, and then it's our box, which is our container. If I click on that, I can see up here it's a container, and then it goes one further down, which is the row, and then one further inside, which is this column here, and then inside this column lives all the stuff that I put in, right? So that's my text here, and then we have a paragraph right below it, and you can see that it's updating as I move along down this line here. And so maybe I don't want that button right there. Easy, I can grab it here, and I'll just drag it right below my form and let go, and now it's on the bottom of the form. And so paying attention to this hierarchy is going to make your life a lot easier, and you can get things wherever you want it to go. Maybe I want the button up there, just drag it up. Easy as that. And then you can also close it down if you know, like, okay, I don't need to look in that one. Let's take a look at what's in this one. I can open that up here, and I can see it's just the image. But anything you click on, it'll open up the hierarchy there, and you can kind of work your way around that way.